right, we are back underway. We just left Myrtle Beach a little while ago. Beautiful day today. Sunny skies, no rain in the forecast that I could see. It's going to get a little windy later, but we're on the inland waterways. It shouldn't be too bad. Protected by trees right now on either side of the canal here, the river. We are on the Waccamaw River, which is on the backside of Myrtle Beach on the intracoastal waterway. We are heading towards Charleston today. I do not believe we're going to make it the whole way there. We're probably going to get halfway between Myrtle Beach and Charleston today. I found a nice anchorage that has some great reviews on Navionics as far as a good secluded spot just off the ICW that's protected from wind. And that's what I'm really looking for today, because we're supposed to get 15 knot winds later on, at least offshore. So it'd be nice if we could get protected from that while I anchor out tonight. So onward we go. This part of the ICW is definitely not as stressful as the earlier parts between Southport and Myrtle. I guess the weather didn't make it any better either, but the channel's a lot wider here. It is a winding river, so you know, the autopilot is not really helping me too much. I got to stay on my toes and just work the wheel as we zigzag around here. But nice and wide, easy to navigate, deep waters. I don't have to worry about rock ledges like we did over in Myrtle. So should be a nice stress-free day. I don't know what it is with this part of the river, but it stinks. I thought it was a waste tank that we went by a marina, but it's been sticking with me now for the past half an hour. I'm guessing from all the grassy areas and the marshes around that it's swamp gas. Wonderful. Okay, we're approaching the Estherville-Minnam Creek Canal, which is a man-made cut from Winham Bay over to the North Santee Bay, I believe. So this keeps us from going out towards the ocean, which is out over that way. So we stay on the intracoastal and we cut through this canal right here. Okay, we have Cat Island over here on our left, and what's really interesting is up ahead is a swing bridge, but it's a pontoon bridge or a barge or something that when they need to close the bridge, they swing it over or float it over, and then cars drive over it. It's the Tom Yawkey Wildlife Center Bridge. Pretty neat. So apparently this used to be a ferry, and they replaced the ferry that went across this crossing here with this pontoon bridge. You can see the ramp there in the front, in the back, and it just swings over, pivots to the other side. I guess it's a lot cheaper than operating a ferry boat. Look at this out here, it's amazing. It goes on for miles. Beautiful day. What a treat. So this is crazy. We got like 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts now, and it actually took the bow of the boat, blew it off course even with the autopilot. The autopilot couldn't correct it in time, and I started heading right towards shallow water at the side of the canal, side of the channel. So quickly shut off autopilot, turned the wheel, got out of it, but got the blood pumping for a little bit. All right, we're coming up on Graham Creek, but as you can see, it's not looking too good out there. The only saving grace I have is that there are some trees on either side of this creek that could possibly buffer this wind a little bit. So I'll check it out and see what it looks like. Yeah, so these trees are definitely blocking some of the wind. You can tell it's a lot calmer here. All right, looks like our anchor's set. We're in 12 feet of water and we got our anchor set. We don't have a lot of swing room as far as the bank, but it's deep water all the way up to the grass. The sky's looking a little gloomy that way, but we're looking a little bit better this way. So that's good. Tide shifted. Let's see already. You can see how we swung. This is when the tide was coming in, and now we're swinging on the anchor and going out that way. So I might have to adjust the circle. Just want to make sure we're not dragging that way now. That's the ocean out that way, and that storm's going that way, which is good for me. So we're here for a few hours, and tide was going out, and look what revealed its ugly head. So a little island popped up. Didn't even see that at high tide. So got to be careful of that on this Graham Creek. Stay in the middle. I wish I would have dropped anchor a little further, closer to the other shore. You know, when I lit out enough road of the anchor, look at how far away I am over there. You know, my anchor's more in the middle of the river, but the wind and the tide is sort of swinging me over this way. So I'm going to keep an eye on it for the next couple hours before it gets dark. I think we're going to be okay. The anchor hasn't dragged at all, so we're in pretty good shape. How's this for close enough? As the tide goes out, I get more slack in the line, and I get closer to this behemoth. We're still better than 9 feet. Yeah, see how close we could get to it without actually hitting it. How about that? All right, let's see our stats for today. July 20th, 2022. We left Myrtle at 6 a.m. That was Osprey Marina in Myrtle Beach. We had a full tank of gas, 125 gallons in each tank. We arrived at Graham Creek at 3 p.m. We traveled for 9 hours from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. We used a total of 45.5 gallons for today. It was a really easy day, slow day. We only traveled 62 miles and we went relatively slow at an average speed of 6.89 miles per hour. And our average miles per gallon is 1.36, which is really good. It's probably up there in the best so far. But, you know, I didn't want to go too far today. I didn't want to go all the way into Charleston. There was a storm down that way, as we saw, and I did not want to head all the way down there. And there's not too many anchorages that are safe in that area. There's not too many here either, but this is the best I could find. But we'll be up at it early in the morning. Hopefully we get a good night's sleep and no alarms go off and no storms come in, and we just get to enjoy this anchorage here. Listen to the birds and the wind and the waves, and maybe I'll do a little fishing. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.